Okay. Good day, everybody. How's it going today? So, we got a nice, lovely Q&A session with everybody's favorite character, Kaze. Very
Welcome,
smooth.
traveler. Um, you're very welcome to rest your very legs here. You're probably here to see my master, but my master is currently absent there with their family. But in the meantime, may I serve you some refreshments and some tea? Oops.
Oh, what kind of
That
tea
will
do
be
you
one.
have?
It's traditional tea. It's green tea,
Okay.
of course. So if there's anything you require, please let me know. I will try to make your stay here the most welcoming one until my master is ready to if my master is ready. But in the meantime, maybe I can tell you about this place. My name is Kaze. I'm a ninja in service of the Hoshiden royal family, in particular Koen-sama. This place is very special. Uh, as I'm not so familiar with magic, it's difficult to explain it for me, but it is a place I think Lilith or my master created. It is, I think for now you just need to know that it's a very safe haven. No one can interrupt us here. And so feel free, take your meal and rest. Aside from this, if you have any other questions, I am of course here to answer anything you would like to know.
Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, we can, I'll read them off to Kaze here. In case you guys want to know anything, or... Apparently Phoenix is really happy about the jelly donuts.
Donuts. What do you mean by jelly donuts? I don't see.
Uh-oh. What's on the plate there?
That's onigiri.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Yes. Can show them to you. That's
Oh, they look good.
they are. Oh, give me a moment. I'm back.
Yeah, not a problem.
Okay. Sorry, I just got someone who gave this to me. I have no clue, but I will place it here. Sorry for the interruption. I'm just back. Um, yeah, how can I help you? Is there anything you want to know now? Anything I can tell you about this place? Anything I can entertain you with?
You are with Hoshido, right? Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Actually, this is a bit of a funny question because, well, this is no longer a place just for Hoshido. This is a place for everyone.
Hmm, gotcha. Well, out of all the characters,
That
who
is
do you get
also
along...
the problem. This is also the thing that my master needs to reconcile with both of their families at the moment. And that is why we shouldn't interrupt them.
Hmm, that's fair. So we actually have a question in the chat here. They go, I have a pretty deep question, Kaze. As a distant supporter of you, what do you see when you look in the mirror? Kaze the man or Kaze the weapon?
I just see myself. I mean, I am a tool for my master, that is true, but I'm also a person.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is what I see when I look into the mirror, as everyone looks into the mirror sees the person.
Yeah, that's fair. So my question is, out of all
And
the
sometimes I see
other...
nothing, and sometimes I see nothing at all because I'm quick.
Same with your
I'm
friend that
just
dropped off the handkerchief for you. There must be another ninja
what?
friend of yours.
What did you say? Could you repeat that, please?
I was like, You're same with your friend who dropped off the handkerchief to you very quick. They must be a ninja friend of yours.
It's not a ninja, I think. I'm just very quick to grab it. And I'm by the moment I'm used to these strange occurrences. Oh, give me another moment, please. Oh, I'm sorry, I somehow got this. I don't know why. As it was placed there, and
So I
yeah.
guess my question for you is, out of any of the other, out of anyone that's not Corin, who do you like to spend the most time with?
Actually, there are so many people I like to spend my time with. I mean, I spend a lot of time with the other retainers. I spend a lot of time, of course, with my brother. We have been, well, we have been close since birth, and we train a lot together. And yeah, I also spend some time with Kagero because we've also known us each other from very early on. And I guess I like to spend my. The problem is, I since I have finally my liege has come. It is difficult because I don't know where. It is difficult how I should spend my time. There are so many people who need my help, and then there is my master, who of course needs me the most.
Mm-hmm. So you kind of spend
So,
a
but
lot of your time helping other people, pretty much.
yes,
That's
yes,
fair.
that is what I do usually every day. And sometimes I find some time to relax actually, to watch the sunset or sunrise.
Mm-hmm. So Fable Peaches has a question. Thinking about falling in battle is always scary. But you're too quick and skilled
This
for
is
that.
not scary. Could you repeat? Sorry, I talked
Sorry.
while you talked.
Thinking about like falling in battle is always scary, but you're too quick and skilled for that. But in theory, if you were to, would you rather be remembered as loyal or as kind?
Oh, this is a difficult question. But I'm I'm not scared of falling in battle. I know it will someday happen.
Mm,
Or if not, the life of a shinobi is cut short, often for many reasons. So I'm not scared. I know it will happen so eventually.
mm-hmm.
Um, but I think I want to be remembered as a friend.
Yeah, that's fair.
So a friend is always loyal and kind.
Mm-hmm. Mix of both. Yeah, mix of both worlds. Best of both worlds.
Yeah.
That's the saying. Fable Peaches goes. Thanks for answering again. No problem. That's why we're
You're
here.
very welcome.
Hey, Pink Fluffy. Do you have a question for Kaze? What all, if I may ask, what all hobbies do you have other than helping people in the area?
I'd not call it hobbies. I think Shinobi actually it's always difficult when we have free time because it's a predicament. I don't know what to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
It would help a lot if someone could me give some insight on how to spend it. But usually there's so much to do. I meant my weapons, my armor. I train with my brother. I I listen to I think sometimes just yeah, maybe the closest thing is just letting go. I mean, just living the moment is probably the closest that could be a hobby. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure, but that is not something I do on for a particular purpose. It's like listening to the piano when my liege decides to play. I love it. Was a revelation when I heard it for the first time, but because they put so much heart into it, and it's well, I cannot really. I mean, I have not heard so much elaborate music in my life, but that was something special, and it always is. But I think I really don't have a hobby or anything like that. I'm just living the moment, and I like to spend my time helping people, doing anything. There's not something. My brother would just say, well, I'm just doing stupid stuff. But actually, it's not stupid to help others so that they can do well. They can find their own way.
Mm-hmm. So, something Pink Fluffy said actually made me think of a question too. So Pink Fluffy goes, yeah, you could spend some time with your friends, or try to find a girlfriend. Which raises the question: is there any of the lovely ladies in the area that catches your eye?
A humble ninja may not pick something. I mean, I would not put it on a lady to. Well, I know what my fate will be, and I don't want anyone to disturb them with it.
Mm.
To load it onto them. So I don't know, actually. I've never thought about this question because I never figured there would be anyone who would like to spend their time with me more than anyone else does. Sorry, I'm back in a moment. I don't know why I got this, but the lady just gave it to me.
That's cute.
Oh, it's a little piglet, probably for evening. I don't know.
Hmm. But hey, it's always good to get gifts. Get gifts from people.
Yeah, I don't know how it happens, but it happens really a lot. And but I get the gifts. I often give them away because I cannot. I mean, why should I keep everything for myself? That's a bit selfish, actually.
Hmm. So, Fable Futures has another question for you. Do you ever get tired of everyone assuming you sneak up on them on purpose?
It it is not that I'm getting tired, but I noticed especially when in contact with Norians, that they don't bode well with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't know. I mean, it's for me, it's as natural as walking and or breathing, and it's really difficult not to do it. I mean, it's I do it unconsciously, and then people assume I'm just spying on them or sneaking up on them, but I'm just doing it, but it's so normal that I don't think about it, and then yeah, it happens. But I'm very sorry. I try to go slower. I try to well, I even tried to knock on a door once, but it was really weird because usually we just use the window, you know. It's not. It's also something that is very normal. I mean, my brother and Kagero do it all the time when they're waiting on Lord Ryoma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like So actually, that exact question it kind of makes me laugh because I'm kind of the same where like I could just like be walking up to someone or like I could be walking into a store and no one knows I'm even there until I actually say something. Basically, if I'm not talking, they never hear me coming. My footsteps make no noise. It's the weirdest thing. So you know
It
what?
is weird. I mean, I don't get why well they could notice me. I mean, it's also others would know. I mean, my brother would know exactly that I'm there.
Mm,
Kagero would know that I'm there. It's so everyone in my village would know that I'm in the room. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny because I'm like, actually, I have this exact same thing happen to me sometimes.
That is really rare.
Because like usually they don't even see like
I'm happy to like.
my one friend in the area where I work, I could be walking right up to her at her work and she doesn't even hear me until I'm like standing right in front of her. And she's like, "Why don't you make any noise?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm just a ninja. I don't know how to answer that."
I'm happy actually to have found someone with the same predicament.
uh, Phoenix has a question for you. They've heard that a lot of strong warriors from different worlds have been invited to festivals for holidays recently. If you could attend such an event, what sort of festival would you like to would you like to go to?
Oh, there are so many festivals in Asker. I think I've seen so many. I think I would pick the Harvest Festival because that is
Mm.
also a time that is very important in Ikasato. Actually, it's the time of when we just have brought in the harvest and the fields are stripped bare, and then it's getting more quiet before the snow falls and we are closed off from everything. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we're not always, not everyone is on a mission all the time. And the ones who stay there tend to the fields, um, well, does collects what is collectible in the mountains. And it's a very peaceful life, actually. No one would even think about it, but it's like that. And yeah, that is. But when the harvest festival starts, everything is it's getting lively, and it's the last time, as already said, when everyone is together before the snow starts, and that is why I would like to celebrate that and ask her. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Plus, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Because like a good harvest is important for the land too, so it's good to celebrate that kind of idea.
Definitely. It's important. And it would be also funny to see it from a different viewpoint, from a different culture with different clothes. I really like that actually.
Mm-hmm. Tempest asks, what would you say your best or strongest skill is in general?
I am a wayfinder. I'm a scout. That is I leave the more cutting tasks more to my brother and Kagero. They excel at it while I'm just doing my job. But yeah, it's already said my call is wayfinding.
Okay. Yeah, that is fair.
Or finding a solution for a problem. That is the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's just another way.
So you said that your kind of strongest slash best like favorite skill is like scouting, right? Is there any place that you've scouted that you like the most? Like some place that you've just happened to come across that you just love to be at?
Mm. That's not it's not a favorite place, but I've become very fascinated, of course, with Noah and Krakenburg.
Mm.
That's because I was still on searching for Korean summer. So it has become a very, very important place to me. And until I finally, the mishap happened and I got caught.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not my favorite place. I think I have no favorite place, in fact, except home is, of course. I mean, no, I would not call it even home, but the place where I was born is important to me. But otherwise, I like any location. I mean, the most important when scouting is finding a new place and, finding the opportunities of that place.
Okay, that's fair. So Fable actually has a very funny question, kind of a hypothetical. Um, would you rather fight 100 duck-sized Sizos or one Sizo-sized duck?
Oh, that is a question. I guess I would rather take the size duck.
Yeah, because
Because
it's
it
just
would
a
be
big
very
duck.
weird to have Nissan in so many small. Well, it would be weird.
Like,
I
my
mean, I would probably start laughing before I do this. That's not good.
I mean, my thought for it was like, you're talking about like 100 duck-sized ninjas. They're already hard. Like ninjas are already hard to see, but now they're really
It is,
small.
that would be a challenge. I mean, that would be a challenge. If my brother could somehow accomplish that, it would be very interesting. But
It'd
I
be a good
don't think he
match.
can. I mean, you have heard that probably. In the next training session we have, try this. It would surprise me.
Hmm. Yeah, someone else in chat goes, yeah, fighting 100 sizos is terrifying, no matter what the size is.
Yeah, that too, but yeah, that would be too, of course. I mean, it's always a challenge to have one Nissan to battle, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And 100, I cannot go against 100. It's always very even when we fight one on one, but not with 100. The outcome would be very, very clear.
Yeah.
They would wipe the floor with me sooner or later, as soon as they get close.
Mhm.
Okay, I think give me a moment.
Yeah, no problem.
Again, there's someone. Thank you. I don't know. I don't know why I got this small, but it is here somehow. What should I do with this stuff?
You got so much stuff.
Why do I get? Why do I get this stuff? I don't get it.
You're very popular. It's almost becoming, I wouldn't say it's becoming a problem, but you're accumulating a lot of things.
Yes, that is not a problem, but I don't know what to do with that.
I mean, maybe if you know what Corin likes, you can give one to them. If you have something that you know they will like.
I usually do this actually. If I
Mm-hmm.
get something that Corin Summer would like, or anyone I know would like, I pass it on. Maybe the tree might be something, but it's just a tree. If it was something to eat, I would give it. If it would be a plant that would produce something, I would give it to Mozu. But it's just a tree.
I mean, it's funny that we're mentioning trees because there's a question. If a
Question with trees.
well, kind of tree related. If a squirrel stole your shuriken, would you chase it, negotiate, or surrender your honor to the woodland creature?
If it would what? Could you begin?
If it stole your weapon, if it stole your shuriken, would you chase the squirrel, negotiate with the squirrel, or surrender to the squirrel?
I would negotiate with the squirrel.
Yeah.
Kind of. As far as he can negotiate with a little creature.
Mm-hmm.
But probably I would get just if it doesn't surrender, I would just pick up the squirrel and get my shuriken back. I've done this as a kid. I've trained with cats, and they're not, well, they're as fast as squirrels, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Also,
definitely fair.
the squirrel could hurt itself on the shuriken.
True. Especially if it tries to run up the tree, that might be a problem. Fable asks, "Can you speak squirrel?"
No, I cannot. Animals? Why should I do this? I mean, that is, how do you, why do you think I could speak with squirrels? That eludes me.
I don't know. Honestly, I think trying to catch a squirrel might be harder than trying to catch a cat. 'Cause,
But
like,
I'm no kid anymore.
yeah. Because I was just thinking about it. I was like, well, squirrels are really small and pretty quick as well. So like
I
that'd be
am
that'd be a
very,
good training
very,
session too.
I very, very trust that I could catch it very fast.
Oh, probably. I mean, ninjas have to be pretty fast, just as a standard. So actually, what did you do any kind of like special training for catching animals? You said cats, but anything else?
Mm, yeah, of course we learned how to catch fish. We
Hmm.
love fish, my brother and me, but that's also just for food supplies. Otherwise, we caught mice, of course, when we had no cat. Let me think. Usually, our training was very, very related to the work we have to do anyway.
Hmm.
Our mother was very, very much. Um, she always thought it had to be useful in a way. Our father too, although he sometimes let us do things that were more for the training, pure training. But she let us help in our housework when with while we were training. It was very efficient.
Well, that's good, and it's important to be efficient. Like I always like to say,
Definitely, that's the most important thing for a shinobi. We're
hmm
not wasting anything. We're we're self-sufficient, and we um we have to make anything always the best out of a situation. That is what a shinobi does.
hmm like one thing that I keep saying is like it kind of it goes for multiple things, right? I always say when it comes to some things, it's like it's better to have quality than quantity, but of course, if it's possible, you want both. So for this, it's kind of like
Definitely.
speed and accuracy. You can have speed, but without accuracy, it's gonna slow you down. You can have accuracy but no speed, but you're still saving a little bit of time. But it's best to have both. Same kind of idea.
I am definitely, those are the points I'm most going after actually.
Hmm. And like
And I
especially
think
when it
those,
comes to like weapons and everything for ninjas, you
yes,
have to be fast and accurate.
yes, definitely. That's why we always use smaller weapons usually,
Hmm.
except for, or ones that are very flexible.
Yeah. So that actually leads up to a question that I was thinking of that I just thought of as well, in terms of so we talked about how you train speed, but how do you train accuracy? What was your training like for that?
I mean, I cannot disclose anything that is very clan related. My
Hmm.
brother would otherwise throw me out of the clan,
That's fair. That's
and
fair.
he would be right to do so. But I can tell you how you could train your speed, your accuracy, if that helps.
Okay, yeah.
Mm, one way would be, I mean, I mean, if I talk about little children stuff, that's also okay. I guess those things are not something you could, well, copy, or that would help you a lot. I mean, it's just things little children do. But I cannot disclose anything about later training, of course.
Hmm.
But yeah, accuracy. Actually, you just have to repeat. You have to do it over and over again, and at some point, you're accurate. It's like your body has learned what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. As they always say, practice makes perfect, right?
Definitely, we've practiced a lot in our life. That is what we do.
Hmm. I
And
mean,
we always practice. We won't stop it.
yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, that's how you become a very efficient ninja, is lots of practice, like training for years.
Yes, we start very early.
Mm-hmm.
But I would not say I'm very special. I'm just a humble ninja.
Yeah.
I think there are people who are whose skills are well above mine.
Mm-hmm. Well, you could say that, but I feel like there'd be some people who might think like your skills are top notch, right? Like I'm pretty sure even Korn would agree. Like you're good at what you do.
I am able to do what I do.
Fair.
That is what I would say.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Phoenix asks if one of your allies who isn't a ninja were to begin training, which ally do you think has the most potential to become a ninja?
That is difficult, actually. Give me a moment, please, to consider.
Yeah.
Because it needs a lot. Actually, it's for most it is too late because they have to start very early. But it wouldn't also suit if we just picked the youngest. I think I can see two people
Okay.
actually. One person would be my master.
Mm-hmm.
My master can do anything.
That is
I
fair.
don't know how they do it, but they can do anything. And the other person would probably be Mozu, because she has lived under similar conditions and can already do a lot of things she's not aware of.
Mm. That's fair. She's got the ability of being able to basically grow into anything, kind
She
of
has
accomplish
already
anything.
learned a lot to be self-sufficient,
Mm-hmm.
to survive. And a ninja, the most important skill for a ninja is to survive.
Yeah. I mean, that's why you all use shurikens so you could attack from afar. You can get the kills and
Yes,
attack
and
from afar, so you survive to fight the next day.
yes, this is especially my forte.
Mm-hmm.
We can specialize on different weapons.
Oh
I
yeah.
know that my brother and Kagero also tend to fight closer combat.
Mm-hmm.
It is possible, but very uncommon.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite weapon you like to use?
Actually, it is the shuriken
Mm-hmm.
because I am very well versed with combat from afar, and also it might not kill an enemy at once, but it might scrape off their life slowly.
Mm-hmm.
You can slow them down, and then an ally can finish, or you can. It doesn't necessarily hurt. It doesn't necessarily kill, but it can, of course. It depends just on the spot you use it on.
Yeah.
But you have many options with it, and that is something that is why I like this weapon. And also, I'm not very comfortable with close combat.
Okay.
Also, you can apply poison on on the kunai. Sorry, I was not on my mind right now. You can
No, it's
also
okay.
apply poison, and you can slow down the enemy even more, and that can be very helpful.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, we use everything that we have. That is what we do.
Mm-hmm. Is there a specific weapon that you dislike the most? That you absolutely find the hardest to use?
Well, I like, of course, very heavy weapons.
Mm-hmm.
They're very slow. I would not use an axe, for example. I mean, I can use it to hack wood. Yes, that is what it's for. I mean, we often use actually tools. We can fight with them as well. But it's slowing one so much down. Also, I'm not one who would like to fight with a sword.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially a heavy sword like they have in Nor. I don't understand why Norians fight with it. It's so less useful.
Yeah, like
I mean, it
I can
slows
see
them
that.
down, while Roshan swords at least are a bit, well, they're not so heavy. You can be much, much faster.
Mm-hmm.
And everything that slows one down, I dislike those weapons.
Yeah, that's fair.
But otherwise, I have not much dislikes. I can fight with anything.
Hmm. Is there a weapon that you wish to become more proficient in? Like one that you don't use every day, but you're curious to get more practice in.
Mm, let me think. Actually, there's none. I'm actually very, very much efficient as I feel very much that I'm good to go with what I have and I can use anything if I need to.
Mm-hmm.
But if I have to pick something, one weapon from probably as it would keep people away, it would be a lance.
Hmm. Yeah, because like what made me think of that question was like I was thinking because typically
It
you
is
just want to more so attack from afar for the most part. That's more your style. So I was thinking maybe like a bow.
I could also use arrow and bow, of course,
Yeah.
but I already have kunai actually, and shuriken.
Mm-hmm.
Why should I use a bow for that? It would make no difference actually.
True.
But if I have to go into closer combat, the most close to our farm equipment would be, I think, a lance.
Hmm.
It would is also, I mean, it would keep people at a distance as well.
So
Technically, stick with a piece of metal.
mm-hmm. Fable Peaches has a question. When you dropped the smoke bomb to escape the girl who made dumplings shaped like your face, did you at least eat one before disappearing into the mist of your own embarrassment?
Hmm, shape with in the shape of my face. It depends if I'm, but probably I would not let it go to waste. I would eat it.
Mm-hmm. Because like it's dumplings are good. Dumplings are good.
Probably I would even take all and give them to friends or something like that.
Mm-hmm. What is your favorite
Give me a
food to eat, if I may ask?
favorite food. My brother and I are very fond of seafood.
That's fair.
We love it. If we have the opportunity, we will always pick seafood. But any simple food will do. A ninja is not picky. We can eat anything. We're not. Well, we often have to on journey.
Yeah.
Give me another moment, please.
Yeah,
Excuse me,
no
I hear
worries.
something. Oh, here it is. I found this strange creature in the vicinity. I don't know what it is, but won't want to let it run loose, so I will keep it for the now. Maybe someone lost it.
Maybe it's the pig's friend.
Maybe.
So
Possible.
So,
Maybe also Coin Summer has found it and wants to keep it.
possibly. I mean, it is cute, so it seems right up Corin's alley. Like,
Definitely.
so Phoenix is asking the question, with the complicated situation of your army right now, have you forged any surprising friendships with any Norians?
I'd not call it surprising. I bear no grudges, and actually, no one within our army has any fault to what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it is not surprising that well, now that we have a common cause, that I share a common cause with some people, and also camaraderie, sorry, with some of them. I think one of them is. I mean, I could name one of them, or a few of them. Actually, many of them. But I think the one I have very much interacted with, two actually, is Silas. He's a very, very easygoing person. And of course also Jakob, because we have we have the same goal. I mean he is often not so happy about that, but we both want to do the best for our master.
Yeah. Would it be fair to think of Silas as kind of like the Norian version of yourself?
Ugh, I'm not sure about that if there is a version of myself. I mean, every person is unique,
Mm-hmm.
and we are very different, definitely. But in case of easygoing, I think he's the most easygoing from all Norians I met. I mean, he's the most open to new ideas I met, but otherwise, I think we're very different people.
That's fair.
Also, with a very different background. Silas is a noble, and I'm definitely not.
Is there? So you come from the ninja village, right?
Yes, I'm
Is
coming from Rika.
How does one become the leader of the ninja village?
It is two things. I guess I so much I can disclose without, yeah. It is two things. First of all, it's by birth,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also by skill. If a leader is not up to it, they won't last.
That's fair.
I mean, you can say as much. My father was the last clan chief, and now my brother is the clan chief, so you can guess the rest, I think. And if my brother would, I hope he, I hope it won't come to that.
Mm-hmm.
I was very happy that nothing happened years ago, that he came back safe.
Yeah. Out
But
of
I guess I've already said too much.
I think you're okay. Out of all the training sessions with your brother, did you guys have like mini competitions? Like
It is always
contests?
a. What could you say the last word? It was eaten up by the sound.
Like a contest, like a kind of like a mini game of who could get the
It's not a
most.
game. It's not a game. We're always serious about it.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very serious. And I mean, for me, it's maybe a bit sometimes. But if I would say this to my brother's face, he would not be happy. Um, mm, we. I mean, you can say that we started very early on, and of course, it started from play. But actually, it's very serious, and we always try to be better than the other.
Mm-hmm.
And go with everything we have. Otherwise, we have no chance. If one of us is leaning back, the fight will be over very soon, very quick.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the outcome is usually unpredictable. It usually is the case that the one wins who surprises the other the most. But it's very difficult to surprise each other, as we have been very close from always.
Yeah, that's fair. So from the sounds of it, you kind of keep track as to I don't want to phrase this.
Hmm?
Because you're saying that you're always in competition with your brother. Do you keep track of? God, I don't know how to word this. Actually, hang on. Because like when I think competitions, I think like you were saying, who's better at something.
Ah, you mean that? That was rather during our early years, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But now we know what we are better at.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not the same, so one of us is better at one thing and the other at other things. I won't disclose in which my brother is better and in which I am better. I think you might already guess, but that's up to you.
Yeah, you seem to be more of distance and speed. Like your brother's fast too, but I feel like you're faster.
I won't deny it. I won't either say you're right.
Fair. If you could go to like, let's say you got summoned into Fae. Is there any region that you'd like to visit?
Into Fae? What do you mean by Fae?
So
I've not heard of.
Fire Emblem Heroes. Like if you got summoned into a land
Ah,
called Asker, let's say, or
yes. In which region of Asker I would like to go?
yeah, if you know anything about the land, of course.
I've heard about it. I've already traveled Asker actually.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think I would just go to Asker because there are the people who need me
That's fair.
and need my help. And there's also, if my master gets to Asker, they would be there.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, they would pick and I would go wherever they go.
That's fair. When you were in, oh, someone's actually asking. You've been to Asker. What's your best friend from a different world?
Oh, I cannot name one. That would not be fair to the others. I've found so many companions who are, well, have with common goals, with common mindset that I cannot pick one. It would be not fair to the others.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a lot of people I really which are really kind.
Yeah, that's fair. Out of all of Corin's different outfits that you've seen while in Asker, which one has been your favorite?
Oh, that is a difficult question actually, because my master always looks divine.
Right.
But let me think. I think it felt well when they picked Hoshid and Garb
Mm-hmm.
during the it felt like they had come home finally and embraced the culture they were taken from.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they felt very comfortable with it, and that made me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was my fault in the end that they were not able to do so earlier.
Yeah. But like they seem to be having a good time and wherever they end up going, so that's good.
That is true. That is the greatest talent of Queen Summer. The
Mm-hmm.
very greatest. And that's also why I'm so lucky to finally call them my liege.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so looking at the time, we've got about 8 or so minutes left. Did you
Yeah,
want,
so maybe.
did you wish to have the chat ask questions out of character?
Yeah, we can do now out of character.
Okay.
Otherwise, I've prepared so much more, but somehow we didn't get to that, thankfully. I mean, it's great if we just get to chat and I'm not doing a huge monologue here. Thank you all for this.
Oh, not a problem, not a
So,
problem.
do you have any out of character questions?
I mean, my first, I've got one that I've been thinking since the very beginning when I saw your costume. Did you buy it or make it yourself?
I'm usually self-making,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not sure if you could even buy a Kaze cosplay. I mean, I have it for years now. I think I made it 1 year. It was actually my first Fire Emblem cosplay ever,
Okay.
and it was, I think, 1 year after the Fates release.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's still working, which is also not something I would expect. But yeah, and actually, I did Sizer 2 last year,
Mm-hmm.
which was funny. It was very funny to have a different perspective,
Yeah, you
and
got
also
both
to
the
come
brothers'
back
perspectives.
because
That's pretty fun.
I had to sew the exact same stuff again. It was again too a short time, but yeah, it was funny. Except for the mask and the hair, which I didn't make the wig. I
Mm-hmm.
also didn't make this wig. I have to be honest. A friend cut and styled it because I'm a mess at wigs. But the rest I made myself, actually.
Okay. Tempest
Okay,
is
with a bit of
asking.
help by a friend.
Oh,
What
yeah.
did you say? Sorry.
I was just gonna say, Tempest is asking, what was the process behind working on like the arm blades? Like, how did you end up making those?
Oh, that was a suggestion by a friend,
Mm.
and we wanted to test something. I am very fond of working with a material that's balsa wood. That is something you use for making models and so.
Mm-hmm.
And but that would have not worked for the blades because you're touching anything with it, and it had to be durable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I would make it the same anymore today, but it works still very well. I just tried because I was very interested into it to coat it with Warbler, and it worked.
Well, that's
And
good.
then we there's a little piece inside, and then we glued another Warbler plate from the backside, and so we could attach it to the leather, to the fake leather of the um oh god, my English is failing me. to the um to the armor. Shit, that was water. Now I'm wet.
Well, at least it's only water.
Yeah, it's only water, but at least it's at the end of the panel, not
It's
before.
okay. It's okay. How long
I mean,
do you remember how long it took you to make that cosplay?
I don't remember anymore, but it was not so long. Usually back then I worked for a month on a cosplay,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of this happened last minute. I made the scarf last minute. I made the armbands last minute. I made the all the wraps he has last minute.
Mm.
It was not funny. It was very stupid, and also this was last minute because someone 3D printed that piece, and I just prepared the stripe and we glued it at the con. It was really a funny story. As I mean, we did it was a lot last minute, so I cannot recall. I mean, it's also long ago now, but it was one of the faster Fire Emblem cosplays actually. I mean,
Okay.
I've done like promoted a sniper class Takumi that took longer, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Or also, yeah, there are a lot Fire Emblem cosplays that take longer. Yeah, especially if they have a lot of patterns onto it or something. I mean, I think even no, I'm not sure if Lyn took longer because of the pattern, but It's difficult.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but I think many cosplays during that time I made within a month. So
Okay. Phoenix is wondering, now that you've made so many other cosplays and gotten so experienced, does it feel a little weird, or does it feel more comfortable to go back to an early one, like I think you were saying Kaze here is?
depends on when early is. Kaze is very, very comfy still. I mean, he still suits, he works. I have also some even older cosplays than Kaze that still survived and work. Last year I cosplayed Magi again,
Mm.
for example, or I went back to Shigure Soma from Fruits Basket. I sometimes do this if I or to a reborn cosplay. Sometimes I just do this and it feels like a reunion. If I love a character, I love a character. It's just that some are not so elaborately crafted, of course, or they're just well bought together clothes because the character has that, and I don't make what I can buy. I mean, what I can buy in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
Why should I sew a shirt or a suit when I can get that perfectly? But no, Kaze, it feels very comfortable. I'm still happy that he's so much alive. But for no, I'm. It depends a bit. I mean, if a cosplay is comfortable and still in good shape, I'm happy. But
Mm-hmm.
if it's not in not so good shape, it always hurts a bit.
Yeah.
I have to admit. Or if I'm not I wouldn't wear some very old cosplays like my very first one. That was from 2008.
Oh wow.
And that was not that was a mess. I mean, my mother just resewed it on the spot because what I wanted to get didn't arrive, and it was very weird. So I wouldn't wear anymore. Also, I spray painted my hair. I would not recommend this anymore. So the first ones I wouldn't wear, but something from 2010 onward I would wear. That is some not, but most. If they still exist, of course.
Yeah.
Some which I no longer. But of course, I feel more comfortable if I can show what I'm happy in. That is also why I try to not to mess anything up because of crunching. I try to only to make what I can correct later on, or leave off some details which I can make later, but not cutting me short by doing something I would regret later on.
Mm-hmm.
That is because if I'm not giving my all, I'm not happy. Yeah. I mean, if I'm not trying to make it in a way I like, I'm not happy. That is it.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I guess
I do
we're at
believe.
the point.
Yeah, I believe we're
What did
at
you want
time.
to say?
Hmm?
What did you want to say? I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, just I do believe we're at time, and the next panel's a voice actor one, so I might want to hop off the. I think the stream has come to an end at this point, but
Thank you very
let,
much,
let,
everyone.
yeah, let me just say it's absolutely a joy having you like every single year. You've been a fun part doing cosplay panels for I don't know how many years now. At least as long as I've been doing streaming for it. So
I think it's about like the first one I did was with Leo and Corin, and I did Takumi.
yeah.
That was like it's at least 3 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a
So
pleasure having you. It's always a great time
thank
to
you.
chit chat.
I'm also you. It's always a pleasure to have you as mod as well. But I would also be happy, of course, if someone else does it. I mean, but I'm happy that you are here now.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. And yeah, we're gonna head off. So everyone, I hope you guys enjoy the next stream coming up. It's gonna be voice actor panel
Sarah
with
Blandy.
Sarah Blandy, so that'll be pretty fun. And I know Luna, you're pretty excited
Yeah.
about this one too. So
I am especially happy because Sarah Blandy voices me Dory. So
yeah,
hop over, please.
okay. So I'm ending the stream. Y'all have fun on the next panel. See ya.
See ya.